Hey there! Today's video is going to be a very special one. We are celebrating 6 years on YouTube. Every year I make a rainbow themed treat to celebrate the first upload, which was a pastel rainbow cake. So today we're going to be trying to recreate that first cake that I made. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you that have subscribed, liked, commented, or interacted with the community. It means so much to me that you guys have all been here supporting everything I've done, and I hope you've enjoyed all the recipes I've shared. As always, everything you're going to need will be in the description box down below. All the details will be there. Now let's get started on this rainbow cake. So for this recipe, we're going to need 6 ounces of butter, 1.5 cups of sugar, 3 eggs, 2.5 cups of flour. I like to use unbleached flour for my recipes, 2.5 teaspoons of baking soda and 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1¼ cup of milk, and 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract. You're also going to need some cake pans. I like to use these Wilton ones. I have a lot of extra ones if you have seen my recreating Rosanna Pansino Sleeping Beauty cake. I have about 15 of these, so I'm only going to be using 6 for today. You're also going to need some food color. I like to use Americolor gels. They're very strong, so we're only going to need a little bit of each one. And then some clean bowls so we can separate our batter into 6 different bowls. We're going to start with our butter and then add our sugar, and we're going to cream this together. And then now we're going to add 1 egg at a time to this mixture. Don't forget to scrape your bowl after you've added all your ingredients, so you make sure everything is well combined. And now we're going to be adding our flour and milk mixture. We're going to be doing it in 3 portions, starting with our flour and ending with our flour. So here I'm adding the salt and baking powder and 1/3 of our flour mixture. Again, scrape your bowl. Now to this, we're going to do 1/2 of our milk and the vanilla extract. Now to this, add 1/2 of the remaining of our flour and give it a good mix. Now add the last portion of our milk. Scrape your bowl before you add the last part of our flour. And then just give this a good mix for 2 to 3 minutes. Once everything's well combined, do one last scrape, and then we're going to divide it into 6 portions and die that. I'm going to be using this ice cream scoop to scoop out equal portions. You can always weigh your batter and divide it by weight. My scoop is a number 24. It's 1 1/3 ounces. Depending on what size cake you're going to be doing, you may need a double recipe. I'm only doing one recipe since those pans are about 6 inches. So for my colors, I'm going to be using the same as my first video, and we're going to be doing them pastel. So I got my purple, my blue, green, yellow, orange, and pink. You can always do red if you don't want to do pink to do the rainbow colors. And since these are going to be pastel colors, I'm going to do just a little bit of food coloring just to get that nice soft color. Now we're going to take our floured pans and start filling them up with our cake batter. Once your cakes have had plenty of time to cool and are on a rack and have baked, we're going to start assembling it. I'm going to be using this cake board right here, an offset spatula to fill the center, and as well my buttercream recipe, which I will leave down below. And I also have a video for how I make it. Now we're going to start assembling it. I'm going to start with my purple, then blue, then green, yellow, orange, and then pink. You can always use a turntable when doing this. Make sure you also have a scraper ready so that we can crumb coat this. finally my last pink layer right there, and I'm going to do a crumb coat on this. Once you've got it all crumb coated, we're just gonna put it in the freezer while we dye our buttercream so we can start doing the ombre effect on the outside. So now I've divided up some of my buttercream so I can do pink, blue, and purple. Those have always been like my signature colors. So I'm gonna be using pink and blue Americolor gel and then combine them to make the purple. I'm gonna try to keep with the pastel color since that's how the video was. So I'm gonna color these buttercreams and then we're gonna get our cake and decorate. So now that the cake is nice and chilled, we're gonna start decorating it. I'm gonna start with purple on my bottom, and then I'm gonna do blue and then pink on top. So what I'm gonna do for this is with my offset spatula, just scoop some of that frosting and place it on the bottom. Don't worry if it's not perfect, we're gonna smooth it out once we add our other colors as well. Just make sure you add a nice, good layer of that purple. Now that the purple's on, we're gonna move on to our blue. It's okay if it's messy. Any little holes or anything we have, we can always fill them in later with the remaining buttercream that we have. Now that purple and blue are done, we're gonna finish off with our pink on top. Now for this one, I'm just gonna plop it on top and work it over the edge. And there we go, there's our 3 colors. Now to just get a bench scraper and smooth it out. So as you can see, there are a couple holes, and that we can just fill out with any extra buttercream we have. And then finally, one more scrape, smooth it out. Now that it's done and frosted, I'm going to put the colors in a piping bag and do the rosette decorations that I did like in the original one. Now I'm going to get my piping bag with the 2D tip that I used in the original video, and I'm going to place my buttercream in here, just putting them side by side. So now just get your cake and put the decorations on top. And here is that pastel ombre rainbow cake. I am so amused by how this turned out. It's exactly like the first one I made. I honestly think the colors and the way it looks turned out better than the original one. But if you want to see my first video, I will have it in the description box down below. Again, I want to say thank you for all the support you guys have given me. I hope you enjoyed this video so much. It was absolutely so fun to recreate this. If you want to see pictures of this and everything I make, I do post on Instagram, and I'll be posting an inside shot of this over on my Instagram as well. Until next time, stay sweet.